Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Mamapreneur Podcast. I am so glad that you are here with us. You stopped by to be here with us in the room, ready to have some good old fun with myself and my amazing guest. I thought I was bubbly. Hey, I've met my match and I'm so here for it. So I am excited and looking forward to you guys getting to know who she is and about her brand and all the things. So if you don't know me, my name is Robbin, hostess with the mostest of the Mamapreneur Podcast. And I've been upon your screens, whether you've seen me or not, for the past 5 years, spotlighting women-owned businesses from all over the world, giving them global exposure to a global platform while building community at the same time, because we're not supposed to do life alone, let alone business. And so I'm glad to be here before you today to do just that. So with this platform, I have the pleasure of being able to interview women from all over the world. So my first order of business to tell the audience right now, whether you're watching me live right now or watching the replay, I need you to type in the chat where you're tuning in from. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Again, tonight's episode for the show, I have someone coming on from Barbados. So we reach people from all over the world. So let us know in the chat where you're tuning in from. Give us the hey girl, hey in the comments. Let us know that you're here. And if you're watching me right now or watching the replay, there's a good old subscribe button. I need you to use that subscribe button. Just go ahead and press that button real quick. It's okay. And get all things Mamapreneur and all the fun that we have. You get to see tonight's show live at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure you come back and join us there. Also, the ladies that I've interviewed today and tomorrow are a part of an amazing community, and I just cannot wait to show each and every one of them off to my amazing audience, because I think I get to interview the coolest people ever. Just saying. So want you guys to be a part of that. Also, if you are a business owner, in the chat, I need you to type in your business information, link to your website, social media, whatever that looks like. If you know me, you know that I love all things networking, community and collaboration. And so bringing people together. And again, you never know, your business may be something the person that's watching right now in the audience may be like, hey, I need their services, but no one will know what you do, who you serve, and the results you can bring until you talk about it. Tell a friend to tell a friend. All right. And this is me all the time. So, just get ready, buckle up. The only thing you're not having right now is sound effects. That's tonight at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Get ready for the sound effects, because that's kind of what happens here. So before I get to my amazing guest, few things. If you are a woman-owned business, does not matter where you are in the country, in the world, and you are looking to invest in your brand, to get more clients, to get your face and voice in front of new people, the Mamapreneur Podcast is where it's at. I get to do what you'll get to see today, and that is spotlight women businesses from all over the world. And if you're a dude watching, we pepper in the dudes. So yes, I'll post my link to my calendar in the chat so you guys can schedule some time with me. Would love to connect and see how we can get you on the podcast so I can show you off as well. All right. All right. Also, for those who may not know, I have a nonprofit. It is Team Robbins Divas Cancer Foundation, a cancer foundation that was founded by me. I am a 9-year cancer survivor, and I am truly giving back to what was given to me 9 years ago with resources, education, cancer care packages, and community. And so here in Texas, today begins North Texas Giving Day, where organizations I forgot how many nonprofits that are a part of this year, but it's a lot. I've gone to a few events. I was like, wow. But I'm in good company. And so today, starting today through September 17th, and I'll post that link as well, it is North Texas Giving Day, where organizations are raising funds for their nonprofits. And so I know everyone that's under the sound of my voice has either had cancer, had a family member with cancer, knows a friend, a coworker, someone with cancer, had cancer, is in remission like myself. And those people need the resources that I am raising funds for, especially since these are women. The women still have to be mothers, wives, still have to work, still have to have a business, etc. So why not let us be a part of their community and their lives by providing these resources to them? And so you can follow me at Team Robbin's Divas Cancer Foundation on Instagram and LinkedIn, and at Robbin's Divas on Facebook, because Facebook was being a little bit of a hater. You didn't want to let me put the whole name. It's okay. It's okay. I've calmed down since. Okay, so that's that. So I want to go ahead and bring our amazing guest up now. If you have a question for my beautiful guest, please post your questions in the chat. If you like my hat, please just post that in the chat as well. This is an engaging conversation. Yes, Rachel and I are running our mouths, but if you have a question for her, I want her to be able to answer your question live on air. Hey, Rachel.
Hi, Robbin. I'm so excited to be here. Hi, everybody.
Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you so much for your yes. So the ladies that, if you've been watching me for the past hour or so, the ladies that were that are on your screens right now and will be on your screens tomorrow, we were part of an event, and these ladies got to pitch to be a part of this platform, and everyone did such an amazing job. So they got spots to come and promote themselves, their brands, and grace us with their presence. And so Rachel did just that, even though it was cool that we got to connect prior, but still love Rachel, love her spirit. So Rachel, I need you to tell the people in the back, those that may not know, who's this beautiful lady on my screen? Tell them about you and your amazing business. I got questions. Go.
I'm ready. I'm so excited. First of all, very honored to be here. I'm so grateful for this platform that you're putting together for moms. It's near and dear to my heart, as everyone will hear. And a huge thanks to Taylor at the Power Table Live for also being a part of the pitch days to connect us. I was so stunned too how much we have in common. You're from Dallas, I'm from Dallas. I'm like, okay, let's go. You know, it's so cool to be
for Dallas people were pretty cool.
Yes, Dally Girlies. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Rachel Perry, and I'm the founder of a brand strategy and social media agency here in Chicago. And I help creators, brands, business owners build what I call the inbound life. So we're really talking about less pitching, less hustling for every opportunity that you want to call in, like podcast guesting or like speaking and keynote leading and workshop leading. These are opportunities that are all out there for possibilities, and we're going to call them in by leveraging the relationships you already have and the power of social media. So I help to collapse time on the amount of touch points that it takes for somebody to consider you as a one and only option. It's one of my favorite things to do. I love telling stories. I'm so excited to be here today.
You better tell a story. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So I want to talk about the journey to how you got here. Anyone that knows me, I like to hear a good journey story. How did we get to this place that we are here today, that we're starting the business? We know who we help. We know what results we can bring, all the things.
Yeah, I think, quickly, I can just share that I think this journey I have been on for a long time, but for it to come to fruition, motherhood is absolutely the way that this dream took center stage. Mm-hmm. At the age of 40, I adopted my baby as a single mom by choice. And, in Dallas at this time, almost 4 years ago, it was not very common. And I think it was the first glimpse and taste of reaching out for something, reaching out for a big possibility and tackling a really big goal that was maybe a little bit unconventional. And it opened up my heart to what are some of the other passions, the other dreams that I have around that. And when I had my daughter, it really became clear that the career that I had built my whole life, that I really loved as a retail executive, just no longer fit my needs. I needed to have some more flexibility. I needed to be able to parent without constantly asking for permission. So I thought about the things that I love to do, and it is documenting, it's telling stories, it is creating relationships online. And I began the journey as I kind of grew into motherhood. I began the journey into growing into being an entrepreneur. So February 2025, I made the leap to go into entrepreneurship about 18 months ago. My daughter, I think at the time was maybe 3, and we just like packed up with my partner and we moved to Chicago to open up this beautiful business. And 18 months later, we have scaled multiple 6 figures through the power of relationships and connection, literally starting over from scratch. So I know that moms out there can do this too. I want to pay that forward and help them to call in their dreams just as I have.
I love that. Now, of course, you speak in my language when we talk about relationships.
Yes.
I tell anyone a relationship can take you further than hustle will ever do. You mean just relationships can have your name and spoken in rooms you're not in. I truly believe in that just because I've seen it with my own eyes within what I do. And then the other people that have been in my orbit, if you will. Yes. And so I love that you just, you shared that just in itself, just the power of relationships and how that can help grow your business, build someone else's business, take it to that, that next step further.
Yeah, absolutely. I think in this world of efficiencies, everyone's looking for ways to save time. There's a lot of conversation about how AI is shifting our landscape, our relationships. I think it's incredibly refreshing to use this technology to build relationships. The fact that you and I can have this conversation across miles. I'm in Chicago, you're in Dallas. The fact that we can do that is a privilege that our moms, if they had had other women in our life that have come before us had, I think we would be in a completely different space. I think it's no accident that we are closing out Black Business Month together and having this conversation. It's a huge milestone when you think about the history of our people. And yeah, we have every opportunity to pay it forward. And again, build it in a way that centers around relationships, because it really is everything.
Absolutely. So talking about being a mamapreneur, you are a true mamapreneur. We're going to use that term today many times, but talk about the balance of it all. Is there balance there? Let's talk like this is a counseling session. Let's talk about it.
I actually got this question from my daughter's birth mom not too long ago.
Yeah.
We were catching up about her starting pre-K, and she's like, does it ever get tired? Like, do you ever feel like it's a lot going on? And, I think a mentor of mine said to me years ago that there really may not ever be a full balance, but you can always respond to the rhythm of the season that you're in. You can look for harmony within that. You can lean on your community and your mentors to feel like, man, I'm feeling like really stuck at this moment. How do I move forward? And I definitely feel like that's the way as a mompreneur. There's going to be things that you are going to have to maybe say no to because you're a mom. Mm-hmm. There's blinders that you're going to have to put on, when you see other people maybe being able to be more visible or have other opportunities. You have to be very grounded in staying in your lane, knowing and recognizing that something that's for you is not going to miss you, because you're prioritizing a bedtime, or there might be late nights and there might be very early mornings because you're working around the time that you are parenting. And I think it's just really good to pause and take stock and figure out what do I need right now in this season? Do I need to call in more rest? Are there things in my calendar that I can push back, say no to? Or is there something that I really need to say yes to because this is going to push our family forward? And make that decision, I think, as a collective, regardless of what your family looks like. When you make decisions from that place, I think you'll always find that you can find some harmony in your season.
I love that. You talk about becoming the founder that opportunities come looking for. What does that actually require a founder to change about how they show up? What does that look like?
I think this is such a good question. One of the reasons this is a hill I will die on, again, I walked away from a massive career as a retail professional. I worked my way up from the very, very bottom, ranks all the way into an executive level. And to walk away from that, to try something new, it felt very, very risky. And it also opened up a world of possibility where the only thing I really had was my ability to make connections.
Absolutely.
And so I think that that's the first posture. It's a we-centric posture. I think that you have to be, you can't be careless with your network, but you can be open-handed with your network.
Right.
You have to be selective maybe about some of the opportunities and communities that you're just really sharing, but I think you can't be tight-fisted. One of the things that I see, especially around social media, is that it's like, I know I have to post. I know it's obligatory because I want to be visible and grow my business, but I don't want to respond to DMs. I don't want to respond to comments. I don't want to respond to, these messages. And I would argue that your business will have so much more longevity when you build community and not just look for those transactions, and having your voice in those moments, cheering people on. It really doesn't take too long to, praise someone, to support them when they have a launch, to send them a message and say, gosh, I'm thinking of you. I saw this. Those things go a long way. And those relationships and connections pay you back in ways that you can least expect it. So I think orient your posture for community. I think the leaders that are going to stand out, especially in 2026 and beyond, they look for moments to become a villager first and raise others up.
Take me through the inbound life. What are some core shifts that a founder has to make to move from chasing them to attracting them? Because, social media is a lot of noise. Sometimes being in certain rooms can be a lot of noise. So how can they attract those opportunities?
I think that it starts with creating content that is clear about who you are, how you help, how you serve, and then allow people over time to become nurtured. I sometimes think that we might be chasing virality, right?
Mm-hmm.
Following a lot of trends or hopping onto something because we think that it's going to get us the right kinds of eyeballs. And viral visibility can change your follower count, but it won't change your bank account. You have to vary. You can, in fact, be broke and viral, and sometimes virality can actually be a bear hug that is the worst possible opportunity for your business, because you're not able to meet the demand, and then you have a lot of bad reviews all at once. I think the biggest thing is to establish your voice and your authority, creating content that shows your heart and your perspective and calls in the community. And then I think a shift that you would need to make is to create relationships. After an example of this would be after every single event, I clear time in my calendar so that I can connect with people and spend time with them, rather than just trying to get back to all the things that we know we need to do when we've been at an event and at a conference. I think it's really important to set intentional time for how you want to connect with your community. And then I think a third component is being someone who can connect others with something. I had a coffee chat with someone just the other day. We had an amazing conversation. And right off the bat, I knew there were 4 people that I just was so excited to introduce them to.
Connect them. Yes, that's me too, naturally.
Yes, exactly. Rather than wait, add it to the to-do list, pile it on. I just sat down with Whisper Flow and dictated the email. She mentioned to me that email is her preferred method. DMs are mine. I prefer a voice memo. I love to yip yap. So I just sat down with Whisper Flow and immediately sent those connection emails. It was 5 minutes of my day, but it's something that will have a lasting effect and hopefully grow her business and widen her network and continue to deepen our relationship. So I think you have to have eyes for those we-centric moments.
Absolutely. So if you could help a founder today eliminate one thing from their marketing strategy, what would it be?
I would probably say viral trends. If you are relying on just viral trends to grow your business, I would encourage you today to sit down and write out or dictate several stories, several pivotal moments of your life, changes that happened in your life. What was the breaking point moment and what was something that called you forward, pushed you forward? I would encourage you to break that down into a carousel, break that down into a B-roll reel and just put the copy over it. It doesn't have to be the hardest piece of content you've ever made. This can literally just be sharing your story and letting people know who you are. I think you're going to find that you'll attract people that are so knitted to the heart of your cause more than you ever could with just random views. I'm not saying that virality isn't important. It has its place, but it needs to be calling in the right people to be in connection with you.
I agree, girl. All over the corner over here. I love that. So I want to do a quick game of this or that. You know, we got to spice it up for the people in the back.
I love it. Let's do it.
So, because you have a personality, bubbly personality, which I love all things. Let's get the personality of this or that. Let's do that. So,
okay.
Sweet or spicy?
I'll have to say sweet because I recently just can't eat anything spicy. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm 43 now and my hormone. I'm hearing that like that's something that happens, but yeah, I'd have to say
with our hormones.
Apparently,
I'm not too far in front of you. Okay, good to know.
I had to look it up because I was like, something is wrong.
All right, beach or mountains?
That's so tough for me. I'm gonna go mountains.
Okay, mountains.
I love a misty mountain.
Okay. This you should get a kick out of this. Country life or city life?
It's so tough. I definitely think it's city life overall, but I will say I have to have time away. I have to decompress and unplug. But my human design, astrocartography, all of those things, I need a bustling city energy.
She said, I need the hustle and bustle. I love it. Yeah. I'm here for it. Texting someone to check on them or picking up the phone?
I love a yip yap. I love to just ambush people with calls. I think a happy medium is voice memos.
Yes.
But yeah, I miss the days when we would just pick up the phone and call, you know? I think I actually made a commitment to myself, so much so that I have like a little tracker for it. I know that's going to sound so crazy.
No, not at all.
But we're so busy, right? I actually feel that catch-up culture is the absolute death of adult friendships. It's like, yes, we're going to get you. I'm going to catch up. Let's just grab 10 minutes.
Time flies by.
Yeah, on the phone. Exactly. You get really busy. So you got to be intentional about investing in your friendships.
Got it. Dressed up or comfy clothes?
I think in my heart, my dream would be dressing like the romantic-y girlies, you know, like long dresses, medieval, beautiful outfits. I just love an aesthetic like that. That would be my all-time favorite dream. Like one of my favorite characters on earth, well, not characters, historical figures, Marie Antoinette. Right. I just love her. I love Versailles. My company's name, Chateau Marigold. Like I'm obsessed.
Yes, it is. Last one.
Okay.
Which I know the answer, but I'm going to ask anyway. Let's wing it, or I have a spreadsheet.
I think actually I'm a bit of both because I think you have to be able to follow your like inspiration, you know, where you go. But I have found that, having a plan is the way to go, because then if you need to make a pivot, you're not starting over from scratch. You know what I mean? I think it's really important to have a bit of both. You do have to know though when to break the rules like an artist. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
This time next year, where do you want to see Chateau Marigold?
That is such a great question. It almost made me want to cry. I really want us to be working with women who, again, are making a big impact. I really think that we have a big legacy around especially capturing event moments with speakers.
Mm-hmm.
We create content systems and all of that, but I think being a part of their journey at some of these really pivotal moments and capturing what they do, it's such a special and unique time. So I think there's that. I would love to see us having gone to Cannes to spend some time with some of the amazing marketing heavy hitters, you know.
When you go, okay.
Yes, okay, me and you, Cannes next year. That sounds amazing.
Take me with you, yes.
Yeah, and I'd also love to see some sort of community. I've really been thinking a lot about my journey as a brand strategist, social media manager, and how it's scrappy and you get started with this dream and then you end up with this beautiful opportunity to tell stories. And I would love to help other creators build something like that for themselves.
Absolutely. Let everyone know how they can follow you, learn more about you and your amazing brand.
I would love to. So my personal handle is It's Rachel Perry, ITS, my name, Rachel Perry. You can also keep up with our shenanigans over at Chateau Marigold. And I am so excited. I know Robbin's going to put some things in the show notes for you too. So let me know if there's any way that I can help with a visibility audit, checking in, giving you some strategy, some advice. My DMs are literally always open. I'm so excited to yip yap with you. So please don't be shy.
Yeah, don't be shy at all. Don't be shy at all. First off, I just want to say thank you for being here with me today. I knew I was going to enjoy this interview. I know I'm going to enjoy them all, but you know, just want to say that, number one. Number two, I love what you're doing in your business. Again, I chuckle that we have a lot of similarities. We both love all things visibility and content, but quality content, and making sure we're not just posting just to post, but with purpose. We have reasoning behind it. So I love everything you're doing, and of course, you stuck with me now.
I was gonna say, get ready. Literally stuck together. I've got to find a way to tell my husband he's not going to Cannes. It's me and you.
Sorry, boo. He's like, no, I'm coming too.
No, but truly, what you're doing is so incredible. Your story, the way that you're giving back, I mean, it's just incredible. And the way that these stories do need to be told, motherhood looks so different. The expectations on motherhood are so demanding in this day. And we've never had this much comparison before. So I think having conversations where it's safe to talk about what's working, what isn't, what you're dreaming about, is so huge. So thank you for creating space.
Absolutely. And not letting motherhood stop you. I run into a lot of women often who will quickly blame it on our children. Well, I have a child, I'm not going to be able to do that right now. Oh, when the kids graduate, I'll get out there and I'll start that business. I'll get out there and I'll go get that PhD or whatever, versus just be like Nike, do it now. It is okay. There's a way to be able to have the life you want, still raise the kids, and, without having any type of mom guilt and things like that. So I always like to point people in that direction, because they're quickly to say, oh, you do so much. How are you able to do that as a single parent, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it can happen.
Yeah. You would be surprised. It's interesting. People are like, I can't believe you adopted as a single mom. Like, how do you do it? It's like, you would be surprised. You just figure those things out. And, there's definitely things that you're wrestling or juggling, but you do find that the pursuit is so important. I actually remember coming home from work the first day after I went back after my maternity leave. I was holding my daughter and I just started crying, because I knew the way that I was doing things wasn't going to work anymore. I also knew telling her, like, okay, I'm unhappy. What if she comes to me someday and says, Mommy, I make all this money, like, I don't really love what I'm doing. Like, how am I going to lead her where I haven't gone? And that was the biggest accountability, to still find a way to stick it out, make it work, try new things, take risks. I mean, we moved here with literally one client, a little savings. We drove across the country. literally moved into an Airbnb and then into a hotel. Like, I mean, just crazy behind the scenes, but it all does come together. So I guess if I could leave your audience with anything, it would be like, it is so worth it. You will figure it out. And if you leap, I promise you, with everything I have, the net will appear.
Yes, amen to that. Audience, thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's live. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all the things. And before we close out, make sure that you tune in tonight at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for episode 115 of the Mamapreneur Podcast. And I hope to connect with you all again soon. Have a great night.
Bye, everyone.